Hello and welcome. This is a space where you can relax, listen, and learn English naturally.
Take a deep breath, get comfortable, and enjoy today's story. Today, we are going to have a long and festive conversation about Christmas gifts and the art of giving. It is a very popular topic this time of year because Christmas is coming soon. We will talk about making a list, setting a budget, and finding the perfect present for everyone.
Please remember to like this video and subscribe to Learn Anna. Learn English today for more English practice. It really helps us to keep making these long and detailed lessons for you.
Let's get started. Anna, have you started your Christmas shopping yet? I always feel like I am running out of time and the holiday season is approaching too quickly.
Yes, Sam, I have. I started making my gift list right after Thanksgiving. I think planning ahead is the key to a stress-free holiday season. I write down everyone's name and a few ideas for what they might like. I also write down the price range I am considering for each person.
That is a smart approach. I always forget someone. How many people are on your list in total? Can you give me an exact number? I need to know if my list is unusually long.
I think about 10 people. It is a manageable list. I buy gifts for my immediate family and my closest friends. I also buy small gifts for my colleagues at work, like a box of chocolates or a nice pen. I try to keep the list manageable so I don't get overwhelmed and stressed out.
That is much easier. Do you ever forget someone? I am always afraid of forgetting someone important, like a cousin or a distant relative.
Oh, yes. One year I forgot to buy a gift for my cousin. It was very embarrassing. I had to quickly buy a gift card on Christmas Eve. Now I check my list 3 times to be sure. I even asked my husband to check the list to make sure I haven't missed anyone important.
That is a good idea. I use a spreadsheet on my computer to track my list. I write the person's name, the gift idea, and the price. It helps me to stay organized and within my budget. I also add a column for the store where I bought the gift.
A spreadsheet. That is very professional and organized. I use a notebook. I like to write things down with a pen. It feels more personal and I can carry it everywhere. I also use different colored pens to categorize the gifts.
Both ways work, as long as you don't forget anyone. It is important to have a system that works for you. We must be very careful with our planning to avoid any last-minute panic.
Let's talk about the money part. Do you set a budget for your Christmas gifts? It is important to be financially responsible during the holidays so you don't start the new year in debt.
Yes, I have to. I set a total budget for all my gifts, and then I divide it by person. It helps me to be responsible and not overspend. I try to stick to my budget very strictly. I check my spreadsheet often to make sure I am on track.
That is a great strategy. I try to save money all year long, starting in January, just for Christmas. I put a small amount of money into a special savings account every month. This way, I don't feel the financial pressure in December, and I can enjoy the shopping experience.
That is very disciplined. I usually start saving in October. I try to cut back on small expenses like buying coffee every day to save money for gifts. I make my coffee at home instead of buying it at the coffee shop. I also try to eat out less often.
Do you ever feel pressure to buy expensive gifts? Sometimes the advertisements and social media make you feel like you need to buy something big and extravagant.
Sometimes, yes, especially when I see my friends giving very expensive things. But I remind myself that the value is in the thought, not the price tag. I try to focus on the person, not the money. I believe a thoughtful, inexpensive gift is better than an expensive, generic one.
Me too. I prefer to give many small, thoughtful gifts than one big, expensive one. It feels more generous to give to many people and spread the joy. I think the act of giving is more important than the cost of the gift.
I agree. And what about homemade gifts? Do you ever make gifts to save money? Homemade gifts are often the most thoughtful and personal.
I love homemade gifts. Last year, I baked cookies and made homemade jam for all my neighbors. It was a very personal and cost-effective gift. It took time, but it was worth it because everyone appreciated the effort.
That is very generous of you. I am not a good baker, so I usually buy my gifts. But I can make a nice Christmas card by hand. That is my homemade touch. A handwritten card is always special and shows effort and care.
Now, the difficult part, choosing the perfect gift. Do you find it difficult to choose a gift that people will really love and use?
It is the most difficult part. I want my gifts to be thoughtful, not just expensive. A thoughtful gift shows you really know the person and what they like. It shows you put effort into the choice and that you were listening to them throughout the year.
I agree completely. How do you get ideas for a thoughtful gift? Do you look at magazines or websites, or do you just rely on your memory and observation?
I try to listen carefully throughout the year. If my sister mentions a book she wants to read, I write it down. If my dad needs a new tool for his garden, I make a note in my phone. Listening is the key to finding the perfect gift. I keep a running list of ideas all year long.
That is a great strategy. I try to observe people's hobbies. If someone loves coffee, I buy them a special type of coffee bean or a nice mug. If they love reading, I buy them a book. If they love to travel, I buy them a travel accessory. Gifts related to their passions are usually a success.
That is a good idea. Gifts related to hobbies are usually a success because they show you pay attention to what they enjoy doing. What about people who are difficult to buy for? The people who have everything and don't seem to need anything.
Ugh, that is the worst. My brother is very difficult. He always says, I don't need anything. Please don't buy me anything. He's very practical and hard to surprise. He prefers experiences over material possessions.
My mother-in-law is the same. She is very minimalist. She doesn't like clutter. She prefers empty space to things. She is very difficult to shop for. I struggle every year to find something she will appreciate.
For people like that, I usually buy an experience. Maybe a ticket to a concert, a voucher for a massage, or a gift card to their favorite restaurant. An experience is a gift that lasts longer than a physical object. It creates a memory and doesn't add to their clutter.
An experience is a wonderful idea. It doesn't create clutter and it creates a memory. I think I will buy my mother-in-law a voucher for a spa day. Thank you for the idea. It is a very thoughtful solution to a difficult problem that I face every year.
Where do you prefer to do your Christmas shopping, online or in store? There are advantages and disadvantages to both methods, especially during the busy holiday season.
I prefer to shop online for most things. It's much easier, and I don't have to deal with the crowds. The crowds at the mall in December are terrible. It is too stressful and takes too much time and energy.
I agree. The crowds are terrible this time of year. I hate fighting for a parking spot and waiting in long lines at the cash register. It takes too much time and energy that I would rather spend with my family.
Shopping online is so convenient. I can do it from my sofa.
Where do you prefer to do your Christmas shopping, online or in store? There are advantages and disadvantages to both methods, especially during the busy holiday season.
I prefer to shop online for most things. It's much easier, and I don't have to deal with the crowds. The crowds at the mall in December are terrible. It is too stressful and takes too much time and energy.
I agree. The crowds are terrible this time of year. I hate fighting for a parking spot and waiting in long lines at the cash register. It takes too much time and energy that I would rather spend with my family.
Shopping online is so convenient. I can do it from my sofa with a cup of hot chocolate, and the gifts are delivered right to my door. It is the most relaxing way to shop, especially when you have a long list of people to buy for.
That sounds much better, but I like to see the gifts before I buy them. I like to touch the clothes or see the quality of the item. I worry about the size and the color being wrong when I buy online. I prefer to see things in person.
I agree. Sometimes the pictures online are not the same as the real thing. So for clothes or electronics, I go to the store. For books and small items, I shop online. It is a good mix of both methods, using the best of both worlds.
That is a good balance. Do you ever shop on Black Friday or Cyber Monday to get a better deal? It is a good time to save money and get a head start on your shopping.
Yes, I try to. It is a great way to save money, but I only buy things that are already on my list. I don't want to buy things just because they are cheap. I try to be disciplined and stick to my plan and my budget.
That is a good rule. It is easy to get carried away with the sales and buy things you don't need. Do you worry about the gifts arriving on time when you shop online?
Yes, I do. I always check the delivery date. I try to order everything before December 10th to be safe. Late gifts are not fun, and the shipping can be delayed during the holidays due to the high volume of packages.
The presentation is very important for a gift. Do you like to wrap presents? The wrapping paper is the first thing people see, and it adds to the excitement.
I love wrapping. I buy beautiful paper and ribbons. I think a nicely wrapped gift looks more exciting under the tree. I spend a lot of time making the corners perfect and adding a nice bow. It is part of the fun for me, and I find it very relaxing.
I am terrible at wrapping. My paper is always wrinkled and the tape is visible. I usually use gift bags. They are fast and easy. I also add some tissue paper to make it look nice. It is a good solution for people like me who are not very skilled at wrapping.
Gift bags are very practical. Do you put a gift tag on your presents? It is important so people know who the gift is from and who it is for.
Yes, always. I write the name of the person and a small personal message. It's a nice touch. It shows you took the time to write something special. A handwritten message is always better than a printed one because it's more personal.
I agree. And what about personalization? Do you ever personalize a gift? A personalized gift is very unique and shows extra effort.
Yes, I love to give personalized gifts. Maybe a mug with the person's name or a notebook with their initials. It makes the gift unique and special for them. It shows extra effort and thought.
That is a wonderful idea. I think I will personalize the gift for my sister this year. It is more thoughtful than a generic gift. Do you ever hide the gifts before Christmas?
Oh, yes, I hide them in a big closet in my bedroom. My husband is very curious, so I have to hide them well. I put them in a secret box and cover them with old clothes. Where do you hide your gifts?
I hide them in the basement. It is cold and dark, and nobody goes there. It is the perfect hiding spot. I put a big blanket over them so they are completely hidden and out of sight.
What do you do when you receive a gift you don't like? It is a very common situation, and it is important to know how to react politely.
That is a difficult situation. I always smile and say, "Thank you, that is so thoughtful." I never want to hurt the person's feelings. It is important to be polite and grateful for the effort and the thought behind the gift.
Me neither. The person spent time and money on the gift, so we must be grateful for the effort. Do you ever exchange gifts?
Sometimes, if I receive a piece of clothing that is the wrong size, I will exchange it later. But I never tell the person I exchanged it. I just say, "I love it. It fits perfectly." It is a small white lie to keep the peace and avoid an awkward conversation.
That is a good rule. Do you participate in a Secret Santa gift exchange? It is a fun way to give gifts to a large group of people without having to buy for everyone.
Yes, at work. It is a fun tradition. We set a price limit, like $20, and we buy a gift for one person. It is a nice way to give a gift to a colleague without buying for everyone. It is a very popular tradition in offices and large groups of friends.
That is a great idea. My family sometimes does a white elephant gift exchange. It is a very funny game where you can steal gifts from other people. It is a very fun and competitive tradition that always leads to a lot of laughter. Sam, what do you think is the true meaning of Christmas gifts? Is it about the money or the thought? We talked about this briefly, but let's go deeper.
I think it is about showing love and appreciation for the people in our lives. It is a way to say, "I thought of you." It is not about the commercial part. It is about the connection and the bond we share with our loved ones.
I agree. It is about the spirit of giving, and it's about spending time together. The best gift is often the time we spend with our family and friends. That is the most valuable thing and something money cannot buy.
That is very true. Do you think children understand the true meaning of giving? It is a difficult concept for young children who are focused on receiving toys.
I think they learn it slowly. When they are very young, they only think about receiving. But as they get older, they start to enjoy giving too. They learn by watching us and by participating in the traditions of giving.
I hope so. I try to teach my nephew that it is more fun to give than to receive. We should all be more generous with our time and our kindness, not just with gifts. That is the real lesson of the holiday season.
That is a great lesson. Let's talk a little more about the holiday season. What is your favorite Christmas tradition?
My favorite tradition is watching Christmas movies. I watch the same movies every year. It is a very relaxing tradition that I look forward to every year.
So, Sam, we used many useful words today for talking about Christmas gifts. Let's review them in context.
We used thoughtful. It means showing care for others. Example, a homemade gift is very thoughtful and shows you put effort into it.
We used budget. It means the money you plan to spend. Example, I need to set a budget for my gifts so I don't overspend.
We used wrap. It is a verb. It means to cover a gift in paper. Example, I love to wrap presents with beautiful paper and ribbons.
We used exchange. It is a verb. It means to return a gift for a different size or item. Example, I need to exchange this sweater for a bigger size because it is too small.
We used generous. It is an adjective. It means showing a readiness to give more than is necessary. Example, that trip to Paris was a very generous gift and a wonderful surprise.
We used tradition. It is a noun. It means a custom passed down from generation to generation. Example, opening gifts on Christmas morning is a family tradition that we all love.
We used crowds. It is a noun. It means a lot of people in one place. Example, I hate the crowds at the mall during the holiday season. I prefer to shop online.
We used save. It is a verb. It means to keep money for future use. Example, I try to save money all year long for Christmas so I don't have to use my credit card.
And finally, we used wish list. It is a noun. It means a list of things you want to receive as gifts. Example, I always ask for a wish list from my family so I know what to buy.
And finally, donate. It is a verb. It means to give money or goods to a person or organization that needs help. Example, I donate the gifts I don't need to charity to help others.
Perfect. Now you know these words very well. You can use them to talk about your own holiday season and gift-giving experiences.
Now it is your turn to speak. We have our favorite part of the show, the question of the day.
Today's question is, what is the most thoughtful gift you have ever given or received, and why was it so special? Tell us all the details.
Yes, please tell us your answer in the comments below. We love reading your comments and cheering for you. We try to reply to every comment and answer your questions.
And remember, if you enjoyed this long and detailed lesson, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Learn Anna, Learn English Today. Your support helps us create more lessons like this one.
Thank you for watching Learn Anna, Learn English Today. Happy holidays and keep practicing your English.
Bye for now.
Goodbye.